What's up? This is another video I just decided to do. I figured it would be interesting since we're on lockdown and all to go see what downtown Dallas was looking like. Now I've been down there a few times while the quarantine was in effect. We're not really on a strict quarantine. They're really just doing the social distancing thing. But that being said, Dallas has been pretty desolate here lately, and I thought I was going to be able to get some of that, but life is getting back to normal here in Dallas, so people are going out, or people are getting tired of not being able to work, so they're just going out and doing what they want to do. So it was still a little deserted. For a Friday at 7, there was quite a bit going on. Typically, you would think that it would only happen at night, right? It would start picking up at night, but since all the bars and stuff are closed, no one's going out there. But the good thing is I got to ride about 53 miles in these. These are G8s, the Pro Series 2620s. I've got the mediums, and I rode them in my cities. These are Dominators. I think these are Dominator 7s. Now, before I show you these, this is what came out of the city, and it is absolute, I guess, not acceptable. I guess this is like a styrofoam type material, if you can see it. This is what comes in them, and aside from being, I guess, lacking support, they dye every one of your f***ing socks blue. If they're white, if they have a white logo, if there's a white stripe, they dye them blue. Anyway, those are out, major complaints out. These guys, these are awesome. What's interesting is I've already rubbed the little balls off there. So they're like red, white, and gray color coded. And I've already rubbed them off. So how these work is you have this, and you can adjust these wherever you need the support. Now the guide says you're supposed to support the front of your arch and not the back. So you start out at the back, I guess, and then move up slowly. I started middle of the road, right on all the dots, not forward, not back. Let me double check this one, my left one. Because it felt like, they're exactly the same. They were exactly the same on there. I noticed it a lot more in my right foot. It felt like when I first rode, about the first 10, 15 miles, it felt like there was tennis balls under my feet. More so in the right one than the left one. And after about 20 or 30 miles, I didn't really notice them there. They feel a lot more supportive. My shoes feel a lot more supportive. And I guess some initial thoughts on it is they have quite a big heel. So I felt like my foot was coming up out of the shoe a little more, and I was concerned that, my foot was going to come out. But other than that, it just feels like there's more. It felt like the shoes were more supportive, and they slide right in. That was so easy. I didn't have to cut mine because the mediums, I wear a size 43.5 or 11.5 in Merican, and these are set, if you can see them, are set for 43 as the max, but I measured them up to the cities, and they're exactly the same size. So I didn't cut them. And I've got some Lakes on order, some MX 238s on order. So I don't want to cut them, and I want to just because the Lakes are supposed to be a little bit more wide than these. I've had an issue where I get a lot of pain right in here after a long ride, typically on my right foot. My feet width is 110 millimeters, and I guess by some standards that's considered wide. But I've got some of those coming, so I don't really want to cut them, but I did want to ride in them and see how they feel. I guess the guide says as you ride more and more, you move them up. you slowly move them up until, you know, you run through them. And I did start out with the G1. I think it's R1. Oh, they got R left and right. So you get all of these. You get the arch support goes higher and higher on each one of these. And as you get acclimated to it, you go up until, I don't know, you're good. But I did feel a lot more support. The shoe felt a little more molded to my foot, I guess. It felt like fitted. Didn't feel like my foot was flopping around in there a lot. It did feel like there was less room, but I don't know if that was overall good. I did about 53.5 miles in these things today, and I'm gonna try to do a century tomorrow, but we'll see how they pan out. I did have some pain in my foot, on my right foot on the outside, but I mean, over time, I guess that's gonna happen until I get some wider shoes, which I'm not sure how long they're gonna take to get from, I think Lakes come from Europe, but we'll see. Anyway, here's some footage of downtown Dallas. Hope you enjoy it. I had fun riding down there. Now there is a mask ordinance in it saying if you go outside, you need to wear a mask, but I didn't see a lot of people wearing them. I had a gaiter in my bag, but it was like 85 degrees and I wasn't about to put it on, so I went by several cops and no one stopped me, no one harassed me, but I mean, there were people all over without them on. Anyway, enjoy the video. Here it is. So just a heads up, this audio is absolute trash. The video's not that great either. It's kind of unstable, but you can hear it bouncing off the mount. I've never actually worn one of these, so this is kind of a test run. Never worn a chest mount, so give me a break. But no, yeah, you can't hear me, which I'm just complaining about the wind. It was like insane wind all day. Also, it's kind of long. I go up Elm and down, or I go up Main, I go down Elm, and I go back up Commerce into Deep Ellum. And for time's sake, I just cut off a Deep Ellum. If y'all want to see that, I got it. It's not that impressive, but let me know and enjoy this.
ready to depill them.